Here. Here. Yeah. Someone once told me I needed to face fear to get over it, and I thought, well, why not take this a step further and cut my fear into little pieces, then set my fear on fire, then throw the hot ash of my fear into a lake, and then poison the lake. Simple.
No.
That is pretty intense.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team
when you
back.
pick him, right?
Dire team pick.
I declare from the gas theory.
Oh no.
With
That's what happens
Radiant
when I
team
rush.
pick. Radiant
Winter
Dire
Wyvern.
team pick.
Terror.
Templar Assassin.
Ripper.
Mirana.
Bounty.
Luna. Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
10 seconds remaining.
Like, for example, next assassin says, I see your penis.
5 seconds
What?
remaining.
Well, he says, I see
What?
yours, but it sounds like, I see your penis.
That's a good one. That might be my go-to line on this one.
What about Darkseer is also so stupid, and you pick him Darkseer. I am Klings. I'm Visage.
Which is not time yet.
Invoker.
Dire team ban.
I want to die. Viper is also, when he dies, ejecting! Like, what's
10
wrong with you, bro?
seconds remaining.
Relax. You're gonna respawn anyways.
5 seconds remaining.
I like
Are we
IO
doing
too.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining.
We'll work our way backwards. We'll go big
5
cop back to
seconds
myself.
remaining.
Ooh, all right. I'll do the Beastmaster bounty rune. I think that one's gonna be the easiest one for me to get
Can
done.
anyone get a headset? Wait. Go.
Yeah, get goes. I need you to hear this one. Oh. And that's all.
That's good.
Stop! I'm leaving. You guys are
It was good. It was
embarrassing
good. Good. It was good.
I said it was good.
It was good.
me.
Good job.
The immediate laugh. I have no confidence, guys. Please.
You know me. I laugh about everything.
Radiant team
Yeah, what do
ban.
you mean? I said welcome back, and Black's just sitting
Oh,
there
money.
laughing.
Look at that.
But
Money,
Black,
money.
all right, dope.
Okay. I'll do Bristol back. You want some of this, son? You want it?
I think
10 seconds remaining.
I heard that line during the DPC maybe
Like every day?
500
5
times
seconds
every
remaining.
day. Just you and Lacoste constantly
Radiant
repeating that
team
line
pick.
throughout the day.
Dire team
That is so good. I love that one. I don't even know if I want to participate now, man. You just kind of blew that one
No, now
away.
the pressure. You're the one who's last.
All right. I should have gone first at this round. I'm gonna do Witch Doctor.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh yeah, look at
okay.
it go.
That was good. That was good.
All right, you got it. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, better than
10
better
seconds
than.
remaining.
It's nice.
5
I'm
seconds
sorry,
remaining.
sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't
Look,
mean that.
chat though. This is another chance for you to spam if you want one. One's in chat for Big Cop, two's in chat for Black, three's in chat for myself. And we'll tally those ones up at the end, and we'll come back at the end of game number 3, and we'll discuss who's.
Oh, we have a draft. I didn't even know. Terrible.
Yeah, it's alright. Wipe those tears away with the light of the fact that there is a draft now. And
I gotta do a Spider-Man.
We've got a living meme here.
What?
we're just spiraling.
I can't believe
downward.
they first picked TA and gave away
Radiant
Winter
team
terribly.
pick.
That is literally what eHome did yesterday. They crushed.
Yep.
I mean, they got crushed by Elephant. So Elephant, that's the same thing. They're like, yeah, eHome is not going to beat us with this. So if Elephant wins this game, the series is over, basically. Mental damage.
Yeah, that's what you keep saying. You keep saying
10
they
seconds
win this
remaining.
one, it's over. But
must
that
win.
is right. The first, it's a must
5
win.
seconds remaining.
Elephant are going to pick up the Templar Assassin and the Hoodwink in the first phase, whilst eHome are picking up the Winter Wyvern and the Terror Blade. Because I guess they're, as you say, poison of choice to let through were those two, and instead they decided to ban that Nyx Assassin, the Dragon Knight. That Elephant don't really know. Well, I guess Elephant know how to play the Nyx too well. eHome don't really know how to play up against it too much. And then Elephant not letting them have the Leaner again because that one was way too powered for them to be able to handle in game number 1. Second phase being picked up is that Elder Titan on the Elephant side and Daxia on the eHome
Dire
side.
team pick.
Daxia is a really good pick here. Very strong against TA. And pretty good with Winter Wyvern too. You can get a Daxia into Curse combo. Can be very potent, can win you a game even. And now we're looking for a pos 4 for Fade. Makes really good use of that Daxia. Honestly, I
10
wouldn't mind
seconds
an Earth
remaining.
Spirit at all. I think he's really good this game. Bcop already
5
said
seconds
he loves
remaining.
Earth Spirit on Fade.
Dire team back.
Here. Bcop, tell me a little bit about
Clockwork.
Elephant side, the Elder and the Brood.
Yeah, they're gonna put Brew on Yang. This isn't the same as Red Panda, who's using that Brew from the 5 position. Yang's definitely the guy who's gonna be using this one. They could throw Elder Titan in the 3. I love saying
10
things that are
seconds
definitely not gonna
remaining.
happen. So Elder Titan could be the 3. But
5
it's
seconds
almost
remaining.
always exclusively Yang's hero, and it's going to be interesting to see
Radiant team back.
what the differences are from Red Panda in the 5 on this Brew to Yang playing it in the 3, and we'll see how he executes with it.
It's a very good hero too against Daxia as well as
Dire
Terrorblade. Of
team
course, you
back.
can dispel the Surge as well as instant kill all the illusions with the Storm Panda of the Brewmaster. Of course, also the Iron Shells are gone, so Daxia's Aghanim Scepter isn't going to be as effective. And it has a lot of good side effects too, or like side benefits rather, where
10
if they build
seconds
Aeon Disc,
remaining.
you can also dispel that with the Brewmaster. But generally,
seconds
it's not the best laner, but against the
Radiant
Terrorblade Wyvern,
team
it should
ban.
be pretty decent. Together with Hoodwink.
Yell ban.
Yeah. We haven't really touched on that Clockwork either coming out from eHome.
Yep.
Pairings might be going with.
Daxia Clock is classic, one of the strongest. As soon as Clock
10
is
seconds
6,
remaining.
you have the Iron Shell on him. He can pretty much solo kill.
5 seconds remaining.
TA, the Brewmaster, Elder Titan, Hoodwink, anyone really, because there's so much
Wow.
extra damage coming out. But it is a little bit of a risky one, because if you do lose the lane, Clockwork's impact can be pretty much non-existent for the longest time. So they will have to have a good lane.
How hard is it to come back on that Clockwork, assuming they lose lane?
Pretty hard, but I'm assuming they will win the lane because it's a very strong lane. Daxia Clockwork, you vacuum them into the cogs,
Dire
or
team
even just
pick.
into the battery assault. You have the double Iron Shell. Very, very strong lane.
Do you think
Elephant.
that it's going to end up being X Nova on the
Radiant
Clockwork and he
team
just
pick.
goes into the offlane, or do you think we see Fade on the Clockwork and it's a 4th clock?
Honestly, both is very possible. I like 4 Wyvern a lot because with
Yeah.
items this hero is really strong. But at the same time, I've seen what Saxa can do on his
Faceless
Clockwork
Void.
4 as
Now
well.
select your heroes.
Faceless Void against the Terrorblade. That is rough. Like, if Void loses this lane, he has zero comeback mechanics into this game, and Terrorblade, of course, will outfarm him massively. And you didn't really answer the Terrorblade almost at all. Only the Brewmaster did. Kind of a rough draft.
There's something that I do want to ask about. Like, do you think that they have done enough to nullify, I guess, just how strong eHome can look on this Terrorblade? Or is this another case for you guys where you're going to go with eHome because that Terrorblade can just farm and outscale almost anyone?
Well, B-Cup and I think I can speak for you as well. We're going to go with Terrorblade until it loses. So,
sure.
Okay.
That's our analysis.
Yeah.
We're done.
Still, okay. Thank you for that great insight, guys. I really appreciate
I did so well.
Big up. Are you going to go with that eHome Terrorblade pick?
Yeah, I think it's like a probably 65-35 matchup right now for eHome's favor. I think the TV is just too strong. The control from the Winter Wyvern is going to be massive. We'll see what FY does. I think he's had a lot of impact. So like enough to maybe gain a couple percent points in terms of how well I think it's going to go for Elephant. But it's tough. I'm also wondering what this Void build's going to be, because if it goes Battle Fury, I don't know if that's going to be fast enough to even keep, like, Terrorblade's just going to be ahead, I think.
Well, I might have to join you guys on that side of picking Terrorblade until it loses. Hopefully no caster curse happens here. But Black
Prepare
and
for
B-Cup,
battle.
please take it away.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. Bitte. What else do we have?
Chill, baby.
Oh, Gamsa Hamida. Yeah, we forgot that one.
Yeah, sure. I know that. I knew exactly what that was. Sure.
Of course,
Lose together, win together.
Did you know it's always us?
Stay together.
We're a
Stay
team.
together.
Yeah. So, Phosphor Clock is really played a lot by OG, and Saxa looks really good on it pretty much every time. Deals a lot of damage, has a lot of impact. So, Fate on this Phosphor Clock going to replicate a similar success. It's not easy though. Like, Clockwork is a hero that can be very hit or miss. If you miss some of those
30
early
seconds
kills,
to
some
battle.
early hook shots, your mid game might not be as strong as other Phosphors.
Yeah, but I will say the last time we saw X Nova on this Winter Wyvern, it was a very impressive performance, and I think he had one, questionable Winter's Curse, but other than that, I think he was quite strong overall.
That one curse almost lost that game. I remember that one.
Yep.
Gotta be so careful
The battle
on
begins.
who you curse and how you get that done. They're gonna give a rune to a piece. But yeah, this Void can work if it wins lane. But we've seen so many times where Void just gets pressured too much, loses lane, and he's just a non-factor. I think even in this qualifier we saw where he had like 900 damage done. We're not gonna see this game, but yours has already taken a lot of damage. Gotta be careful.
What's the build for this Void?
Probably Maelstrom, Mom Maelstrom, or just Maelstrom, or just Mom. But you want to have one of the two. Like, you definitely don't go Battle Fury. If you go Battle Fury, I feel like you're just destined to fail.
That's what I was thinking too, because we've seen a couple of these carries go Battle Fury on a timer, and it's just like, it always seems to be against the Terrorblade, right? Where they go this Battle Fury.
But people are really scared of playing against Terrorblade, honestly, because if you reach that late game, Terrorblade is such a scary hero to play against. And you can't blame him. Like, Terrorblade's win rate in this qualifier is super high, I think.
I think
Probably above
Terrorblade
70%.
Mirana is perfect. That duo is still perfect throughout all regions.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, it's hard to answer.
Might be dead.
Yeah, super trouble. He's fast enough with the Spirit though. But you can already see the pressure is mounting. Korea will have to
He's
bring
only
out a
got
lot of region.
Yeah. Interesting that he went just boots like that.
I'm very interested to see mid lane too. Like, can Somnus continue to do very well against XM or not?
Well, considering that it's, that first pick TA that's been countered, I'm wondering, not only can Somnus do well in his lane, can Somnus do well in this game?
True. Like, it's gonna be tough. There's 3. Honestly, the entire lineup is pretty much tailored to counter TA. Someone has to be careful. Oh, okay, has to TP out. Good recognition there.
Yeah, TP's the
Otherwise
tier
he would
1.
have died. Like, Darkseer is also a hard counter to TA. Yang? He has no
getting
fairy
quite
fire.
low.
They
That
cancel
fly doesn't
all
have
the
anything to
right
help him. I'll just throw that
Darkseer
salve over.
Clock are also designed to counter TA in this draft. Like, TA is just countered by all 5 heroes, basically.
So now that's the thing. You can't really rely, I would say, on TA having this breakout performance. So it's on your Void, and now the Void's build we have to look into and see what he's going to go for. He can make things happen if he drops down, I would say, a perfect Chronosphere, but then the damage into it, you've got Earth Splitter. Maybe you've got Sharpshooter that's going to land into the Chrono and help you out, but things can definitely be a struggle even if you do land a Chrono that is, on multiple heroes.
My worry is they just don't have enough magic damage, cause Winter Wyvern is also considered a Void counter. Like, you just cold embrace someone in there, Void won't be able to kill that guy. They picked that into it, which is why I was so surprised by the Void pick.
I don't know if, was the Void really the best pick that was available to them?
It's tough. Like I told you, Naga Siren this game would have been so good. Against Razor, against Terrorblade, would have been perfect. But nobody wants to play it. And Naga TA is very scary for sure, but that is the trap you put yourself into when you first pick the TA. First overall pick TA, we saw it win once.
Looks like all 3 lanes right now for eHome are going quite well.
Yeah. Void though, he's doing pretty good for himself. Oh, super.
In some trouble. And might go down here. He'll be first for the Chalice. They could potentially even get Urine. Surge, Iron Shell. Won't do anything for him.
It's the power of Clockwork plus Iron Shell. Said how potent it is. And they're coming off to a perfect start. This is exactly what this Clockwork wants.
It is almost similar, I would say, to game 2 in what Elephant did to eHome.
Very similar. The lanes aren't going as bad, but top 3 net worth you can see all belongs to eHome right now. They're getting some massive stacks out though. How many ancient is that? 4 ancient, 4 big camp, and TA is already setting up to farm the big camp. Does not want to lane against the Razor anymore.
X-Nova though is
Radiant's
trying
middle
to really
tower
make
is
a...
under attack.
If someone says no
himself
TP,
be
if
a
he gets
thorn.
caught, dead. He's not level 6 either. Eye of the Storm is available.
The hidden ones grin.
Are they gonna die?
He's rotated and I don't know what he's able to accomplish. Bushwhack holds the Razor still. They got the cogs and now they look for the suit. It lands on the 3, but there's just no follow-up to this. And
Radiant's
Samus
middle tower is
stepped
under
up for a
attack.
moment and oh my god, almost ends up like killing himself by stepping forward. And eHome are aware of these stacks. They've got this great ward right by the steps too. The pressure that's being put on by eHome is such a deterrent for Somnus to go and take those stacks. Try to get anything done.
Yeah. It's not an easy one. They don't have a deep-ish ward. Doesn't really see the stacks, so they want to see the exact time XM.
Razor taking a lot of damage. XM getting low, has the static link, but it's not going to matter. Somnus gets the kill. That's a big one for them to finally get.
Yeah, the refraction. Trooper ends up dying as well, but it's a very good trade for the TA. He needed to get that one. Terrorblade? Still having a good time top though. Yang is very close to 6. When he's 6, Terrorblade has to be scared. Also the skill Thunder. Oh, XM is TPing top actually before this Brew 6. They're looking for a kill.
Yeah, they've got the static link, and now Yang, Thunderclap. Can survive this with the plasma field hitting him one more right click. XM will have the kill. All the while, you've got Somnus who's trying to pick the stacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, they have no way of...
Who caught here though.
Cog speed. Golden Braves, XM coming over. And this could be a kill on Asanis, but another big sleep from Super.
Super is owning. He's so spot on with his Elder Titan rotations.
Can XM even attempt this stack?
No. Razor's not a hero that can farm stacks, unfortunately. None of the heroes are really good at farming ancient stacks. Terrorblade can, but he needs some.
With a little bit of help, right?
Yeah. Yang might be looking for a kill on Terrorblade soon. Look at those wards they have on the Dire. Such close proximity, all three of them.
Let's see if one sentry gets both.
Dire's
doesn't
top tower
have a
is under
sentry to
attack.
Sentry didn't
spot
get
that.
anything.
Static link
Yeah,
once
trouble
again. Cogs around Somnus. Somnus on the run under the tier 1 tower. Chalice is into Eurus, by the way, and that was with the Chronosphere and the help of Super, but you lose Somnus over mid. And that's why, again, looking over at XM, who feels somewhat fragile against this Hoodwink.
Yeah. We saw a little misplay also come out from Chalice. He Iron Shelled the Faceless Void rather than the Illusion that he wanted to Iron Shell. Otherwise, the Void would have died as well. Would have been a decent trade for him. But as things stand, it's not terrible for Elephant. Like, they're not getting overrun in this early game. TA, sure, she's not at the net where she wants to be, but it could be a lot worse. They're smoking up again straight away with that Iron Shell over 5 Clockwork and looking for the TA once more.
They want to shut down Somnus.
I think they saw him already. Euros? Euros
Yeah,
is
they
not the
see
right
him
target.
taking this stack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Somnus, you have to be careful. You saw the Clockwork. You saw the Clockwork.
And he's got level 6. He has the hook shot. They've got the primal split. They're going to go after these heroes. They'll throw the stun over on XM. And now he's going to use the Cyclone on. It'll be out onto the Dark Seer. They hit the sweep. They look to get the kill onto XM. Yeah,
Radiant's
credit for
middle
that
tower
one. And now they'll
is
focus their
falling.
attention on the Chalice. They'll drop down the trap and the right clicks in. Somnus with a kill of his own.
Radiant's
They
middle
don't get much
tower
from the
is under
stack as
attack.
Evil tried to take it for a second, but backing away from the primal split. They end up losing 2. Elephant. It wasn't the best lanes, but they have reacted really well to the aggression of eHome.
Yeah, that's what it needed to do. They brought everybody, including the Faceless Void, even without Chronosphere, because they knew eHome was gonna contest the stacks. They lose the mid tower, but they protect the big prize.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
TA almost getting this standard Dragonlance. Fade walks up onto the high ground. They've also got XM coming in. They don't have the primal split this time. It's on cooldown for another 82 seconds, and the battery assault, the right clicks on a Super, will be enough to get the kill.
Yeah.
And they'll
Shot available
de-ward.
as well. The big winner throughout all of this, though, is this Terrorblade. Untouched, got the mid tower throughout all of this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yang got hookshot actually. Why was he bottom?
Oh boy, he's in trouble. Battery assault once again. Bushwhack, can it save Yang? Looking likely. Cold Embrace, that keeps Fade pretty close. They've got the Charms Roll, the Meld Strike ready to go out onto this Clockwork, and they will end up getting the kill onto Fade. Oversteps just slightly.
They gotta play
Radiant's
more with the
bottom
Darks here, I
tower
feel like.
is
If
under
there's an
attack.
Iron Shell on him,
Radiant
it proves
structures
that
are
100%.
fortified.
Like we said how important the Iron Shell is for him to be able to kill people. And Chalice, as well as Fate, they gotta stick together a little bit more.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Unlock. But
Yours has
nothing
Chrono,
doing.
they have Sharpshooter too. That tower also taken down. A lot of space created for Eon.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah.
has fallen.
They've only got a 1k lead. TB though, sitting second in the net worth. TA's actually gotten a lot out of this game considering how much pressure was put on Asanis.
Yeah, just a question. If you're hard countered by 5 heroes, how much does the net worth mean? Look at
Yeah.
the Void. That is the big question mark here. He finishes Maelstrom now, I believe. Quite late. It is a farming tool for him. He'll be able to catch back up, but I'm still not looking
Dire's
forward
top
to
tower
seeing those
is
mid-game
under
team
attack.
fights here against his Winter Wyvern.
Radiant
Very scary
structures are
prospect.
fortified.
your chrono can be completely negated by the fact that you could go into the chrono and then all of a sudden X Nova just puts the Winter's Curse on you to save, right?
Yep. Or even just a cold embrace. All your damage is physical,
Dire's
pretty much.
top
You have a
tower
sharpshooter
is under attack.
and maybe an
Radiant are
Earth Spirit, but
scanning.
that's the extent of your magic damage.
So the question becomes, who do you go for?
Yeah. It's not going to be an easy Chronosphere at all. Like, if he Chronos...
Dire's top tower has fallen.
If he doesn't Chrono the Void, he can get vacuumed out. If he doesn't Chrono the Razor, he can get Static Linked. If he doesn't Chrono the Winter Wyvern, of course, there's a Curse as well as Cold Embrace. It's not easy, this game. Not at all. Revival Split! Entrance Flip, but he can't get it off.
No, he can't. Chalice gets the kill.
Playing Brewmaster against Clockwork feels so bad. Just like Jakiro. Stuck in your animation, there's nothing you can do.
Long animations, and it ends up costing him, as he'll end up dead. Did you drop the wall for that?
Is a great.
And XM farming here with the Eye of the Storm, doing what he can to get to that quick BKB.
Yeah, they've had Chrono off cooldown for a long time. They gotta use it every time they have it. Be able to get some kills because they're falling behind in the farm war right now. What did Somnus go for? Blink Dagger. He wants to assassinate the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, I think that's a must.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Then again,
attack.
who can follow up on your blinks? Because Brewmaster's going to the Midas. Void is not the one. XM almost has his BKB. They're getting some
he
really
had a
scary
couple
item
stacks to
timing.
get. Yeah. And
And
look at the
Terror Blade up.
warding that's coming out from X Nova too. Like his observer spots super,
Dire's
spots
middle
FY,
tower
spots that
is under
smoke
attack.
coming through.
They just smoked like that. I mean, even the
They
normal
didn't even
vision
look.
from Razor saw that smoke.
Yeah. A little bit surprising that they're so willing to smoke like that.
I think they're feeling a little
Dire's
bit
middle
elephant.
tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
They're still coming around with the smoke, and if they could catch Sylar, that would be massive. Bushwhack comes in, and they're looking to get the sharpshooter out onto the Sylar. They'll charge it up completely. He does hit it, but there's
Dire's
nothing to
middle
follow that
tower
up.
is
He was
under
broken
attack.
for a second. You don't
Dire's
have
middle tower
Void or
has
TA
fallen.
as they're taking the mid-tier 1.
Chalice though, he has this almighty Aghanim Scepter timing now, where you get the 300 bonus health on everyone you put it on. This is massive. Like, they already don't have a lot of damage on Elephant. This Ag Scepter could completely ruin them. Look at Clockwork suddenly sitting at 1800 health. It's ridiculous. XM sitting at 1900.
Down into the Falcon Blade.
They catch up Brewmaster again. Bad news for Yang. So far he's staying safe, but they have a rocket flare to scout him. Really.
TP in.
Bottom already.
FY,
Dire are
Yang,
scanning.
both here.
There's a rocket flare behind the tower. There
Yeah,
it
and
is.
that's gonna see FY, and now
Radiant's
they're going for the hook shot. It
courier
actually
has been
misses. FY's gonna lose his courier anyway, and that's on the Aether lens. They're gonna jive this. They'll
Radiant's
use the
bottom
primal
tower
split. The
is
sharpshooter
under
goes off, but it's not
attack.
gonna do anything. And now you need to be careful with these pandas. Chrono comes out on it too. Do they have the damage? The wall's in. The static link gets out into Eurus, and this isn't looking good. The Eurus is gonna come through and get the kill on the fade. Chalice getting low. They'll fall 2 years down the side of Needle, but they are gonna get Eurus. They'll Sunder. They'll look over at Yang, who's trying to take out X Nova as a +1, potentially even
Radiant's
XM
bottom
bleeding
tower
forward, goes
is
for
under
it.
attack.
XM gone. X Nova might be next. Sylar left on his own. The sweep wins again from Super, and Somnus. He's
wrong here,
got
though.
the damage to get this change. He's already used the Sunder. He'll get the kill on Super. He looks over. Yang might have the damage to do so. One more clip. Yes, he does. And Sylar might walk away from Somnus. Trapped down. Conjure image, and now Somnus
Radiant
just
are
needs to
scanning.
blink right on him with the melt strike, and it will be a full team wipe for Elephant, but that is a back and forth fight that only slightly goes in the favor of this Elephant side.
But that's a big win though.
Fine. On the Somnus, Chalice coming in, the metal strike, the right clicks out on a feed. Is it gonna be enough? Vacuum, and they'll hold him still, they'll hold him dead, and hold him down. Fade, getting the kill on a Somnus. It's a team wipe for a team wipe.
Yeah, that ended up being not bad for Ehom after the tier kill. If only he had gotten out of there, it would have been so good for them. But you can see how that fight started. The missed hook shot is a big opportunity for Elephant to exploit. They went really aggro after the hook shot missed, and suddenly you're completely out of position on this E-home side. It's just the damage is very lacking. Like TA fought for like a good minute to be able to kill all these heroes.
At least Somnus is going into the Deso and will have that extra bit of damage coming through on the next fight, but when will that next fight be? You're looking at a Blink Dagger next for the Darkseer, XM. He's going to have Euros quite soon. Winter Wyvern, X-Nova going at least into the Holy Locket to start. He usually goes Holy Locket into the Blink Dagger, and you've already got the point booster into the Scotty for TV. And Ags is being built for Fade. Like, this is a couple of big items that'll come out. An Elephant, you know, Deso, Sanjin Yasha for Void. The Chrono is there, but he immediately gets static linked. He has to bail. It really was not a Chrono that did anything for him.
This we were talking about. You can get a really good Chrono, but if one of those core targets is not in there, which is 3 of them, Wyvern, Razor, and Darkseer, it's gonna be tough for you. Like, you're gonna need a BKB eventually, building into a Sanjin Yasha. But who is really building into damage? They have damage amplification from Elder Titan. That's it. TA is trying to, but not having a BKB on TA also is gonna feel really bad. Those upcoming team fights against the Darkseer.
Yeah.
It's a very tough draft to execute. And Elephant, honestly, I'm surprised they haven't lost more than they have so far. Good job by them. But the game is only gonna get harder.
Totally agree. You know, you're going up against that TB, which we've talked about as the problem as the game goes on. So you now have to wonder yourself, do they have enough to counter this TB? He's not as formed to the TA. You talked about that as well. The effective net worth of the Templar Assassin, the fact that you're countered by so much, does Somnus really work well with this net worth? And right now he has. But you said the BKB needs to come out. That's going to be a while unless he changes his idea of what he wants to get from this Deso to BKB.
You need that Deso. Like, you don't have enough damage as is, so
it's tough. It's a tough spot to be in. And then I think right now your effective net worth is all of your net worth for Somnus. But as time goes on, it's not going to feel like that net worth number is as strong as it should be.
Yeah, especially once items come out on the Wyvern, who is pretty poor so far, which is very good news for Elephant. Like, if this Wyvern had an Ether Lens or a Blink Dagger, I would say this game is almost impossible to play for Elephant.
Which is usually the build for X-Nova. He goes into the Holy Locket and then he picks himself up that Blink Dagger, and we've seen what X-Nova can do with the Blink.
But just look at his item build. Like, he's maxing Cold Embrace. Doesn't even have max Splinter Blast, which is what we usually see. All about the saving. They're lagging, apparently.
Yeah. Ale.
Not a good time to lag.
The double equals means lag, right?
No, double equal means wait.
Oh.
It's always like that, they pause and...
Double equals Kale, or just Ka.
Yeah, and you know... Yep. They're lagging. But we've also seen in late game, right? Even if TA gets really obesely farmed, we have seen what Razor can do to a TA with that refresher orb, with the Shiva's guard. You double link him, but suddenly he's like minus, I don't know, 100 damage. Pickle me, heal me.
That was the scariest part, was the refresher on that last Razor we saw, which was on XM.
Yeah. They're still holding a gold lead. That's the problem, though. Like, I'm favoring Elephant maybe not ever in this game. Like, Eom has better scaling lineup. They have a better mid game. When is this Elephant lineup ever going to be ahead? Like, they need to heavily outplay in order to win this game throughout all stages of the game.
It feels like a true underdog situation for them in this game.
Yeah. But TA, like, you're never gonna scale as good as TB and Razor, right? Same as Void. Maybe if you get 6 slotted and same farm as TB, but how is that ever gonna happen?
What does Iris have right now? And Sanj almost has the Yasha.
Yeah, has a Sans Yasha, but he needs that BKB as well against the Darkseer. Then you go BKB, you still have Winter's Curse to worry about as well as the Static Link. It's a lot of questions to be answered by all of them.
Which means you need a lot of time to build up those items to have those answers. But again, playing the late game, being on a timer up against this TB is always tough.
Yeah, I think Elder Titan, if he gets rich into the mid late game, that's a winning condition. Like if he gets an Aghanim's or something, because that will allow him to run close to the TB and Razor and negate all their armor for his TA, and the Void to really start dealing the damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe you can even chrono the Elder Titan in melee range to the TB just so the aura is applied, you know? That's maybe another little thing they could do to amplify the damage. They know TA is farming there. They actually smoked up there. No Iron Shell though on Clockwork right now. Give it to him, Chalice.
Invisibility.
There's him up. And they're on the hunt. They find Yang.
Yeah, Yang will be spotted, and he's 800 gold away from getting this Ag, so he really wants to get out of this and have this gold. Primal Split to avoid the hook shot. He'll send the Earth Panda back and away from this home lineup.
I gotta say though, Fade is he seems very uncomfortable. It's just hooking. Like he saw him for quite a while, and he didn't hook, right? They could have hooked him at the creep camp. Then he walks a bit closer, gets unsmoked, and sure it's a Brew Split used, but he's getting close to his axe.
And that's why he desperately needed to keep that gold. He doesn't want to be set back. He wants this Ags as much as possible because we saw how much the Primal Split was doing for them. Have 2 charges on that, and it's going to be a massive upgrade for him. Obviously, it's a massive upgrade when you get 2 charges, but I'm just saying, overall, with what seems to be the most effective part of their team fight at the moment, having 2 charges is a big boost for the Alpha lineup.
Yeah, I'd agree 100%. They're looking to push the top tower here. They don't have the Skadi timing yet. Oh, potentially. Razor's not there either. They're gonna be careful. They don't want to fight on Elephant's terms.
Rock it on!
Or do they?
Let's be careful about how much he's just standing here and posturing up.
Hey, how you going?
Bushwhack coming through. Do you want to follow this up with the Chrono? You know that Darkseer is right here.
Thought about it, but there's a Winter right behind.
You gotta assume that everybody's you gotta assume that everybody's here. Except for the Razor that's showing. The hook shot comes down to the back lines, and now they're gonna go after Super. They drop down the wall. Vacuum, it's not gonna land. Chrono out on the 2, going after the Dark Super. They've got the Chrono Brace. XM coming in. So now Eurus, he's got the damage to kill all Fade. Earth Splitter coming through the sweep on the 2. That's gonna land on the Chalice as well as XM. So now FY maybe moving forward with the rest of his team. And Bushwhack, that hits onto the TB. Acorn shot to follow it up. That bounces over on XM, and now Eurus. He doesn't have Chrono. They really don't have that lockdown to make anything happen, but it's enough of a deterrent to push home away.
It's a decent Chronosphere, but it's a Chrono for Clockwork. Like that's just how you know how little damage they have. And 1 Cold Embrace on Darkseer, Void was like, all right, I'm out. Can't do anything.
They're gonna smoke. They want to go again, which is a little bit surprising, but they do have the Ags on the Brew. And like I said, that feels like the most prominent part of their team fight. Now XM gets up onto the high ground. Euro's going to time walk forward. But the Winter's Curse, Nova in a perfect position. That's going to be out on the Yang. He's going to be forced to use this Primal Split if he can even get it off, and he can't. So the Ags is now worthless because he's dead. So all that net worth, all that team fight ability is already gone. They're going to look over as they've got the eye show on the Sylar. He'll chase down Eurus, who has the time walk. Trap, slowing down this TB. Eurus, he's got some space. He'll farm this camp while XM focuses his attention on the Eurus for a second, but won't commit.
It was a lot closer than I thought it would be. There's gonna be a Holy Locket out for Winter in just about 800 gold, so those heals are gonna be much more efficient.
Right. What do you think is causing this game to be so close? Is it the inconsistencies from eHome or just the hesitancy from eHome? Because they haven't been as aggressive as I thought they would be.
That, and also Elephant playing together a lot. Like they're playing very well, Elephant. It's just if you're on even net worth, eHome is actually ahead by quite a bit. And they need to be much more ahead coming into this mid late game portion of the game. Because otherwise you just can't match the power of eHome's heroes.
Right.
Like TA has her BKB now. Can you actually fight with her? Like if you blink in first, you're done. Like you need to get a good chrono. You need to blink into the backline somehow, or maybe hit heroes in the chronosphere, line up those side blades, which could honestly be a game winner for them. Like they line up a couple of good heroes with those side blades, they take pure damage. Suddenly those damage issues are non-existent anymore. But it's not easy to do. That's what I'm saying. Like the game plan is very complicated. Clockwork again, looking for a hook.
He's gonna move up on super. He's getting really close to this Ags, and that's gonna be problematic. You already saw how much it hurts Yang to even try to get that primal split out.
At the same time though, you see Fate being very, very hesitant with his hook shots. I feel there could have been a kill on the Titan. I can just hook him, push him back with the cogs, and you have a vacuum to follow up. And the TB was right there to hit him as well. Maybe he's getting a little bit into his own head.
Could be. You're still farming top.
He almost doing the unspeakable thing.
Here.
They're getting away with it. Or are they? XM.
Primal split, XM. And there's the Cyclone.
But there's a void, you can't BKB
coming
now.
over, and now you can't BKB TP because he'll just get hit by this chrono. He'll BKB anyway. Sharpshooter misses, time walk forward, and they won't even use the chrono. Somnus will get credit for the kill on XM. Really well done there by Elephant. And XM getting caught all by himself.
Under attack.
You can't do that on this level of play. Like at this level of play, you're gonna get punished for showing 3 lanes. They get punished immediately. What were they thinking?
Radiant's
I thought he got
top
away,
tower is under
but then he goes
attack.
for another wave. It is so greedy.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Now they've
You gotta
got
be
that
really
chrono.
careful here, eHome. You got a better draft, but you gotta play
Radiant are scanning.
properly. Like showing in 3 lanes, pushing out 3 lanes at once is very, very costly. And Elephant is not a team that's gonna let you get away with that. And Roshan is up now. Smoking again, looking for a big fight with the Chronosphere.
Dire
Without
are
the Razor
scanning.
up for 20 seconds, he might even be feeling like he's forced to buy back if there's a fight that happens. Winter's Curse gets forced out, but now Cold Embrace, Somnus blinked into this. The damage that he did with the Metal Strike gets nullified by the fact that he's got the Cold Embrace, but it keeps him close enough, long enough for them to get the kill.
At least this gives XM enough time to respawn. He's gonna be ready for the
They'll go to
fight.
Roche off this.
Radiant's middle tower is
clocked
under
up.
attack.
And Roshan is good.
I'm back on the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit premature, but it'll be safe than sorry.
Radiant's middle tower is
Brewmaster,
under
highest
attack.
priority. Wait, they're doing Roche again. Rocket is coming.
Pocket for Spottis.
Euros is just standing there.
Brewmaster using that Midas. He's only got Tome queued up in the moment with 2,300 gold. They can't commit to the Roche pit. And eHome have done a good job of putting their pressure onto the pit and, well, forcing Elephant to come up with the decision on whether or not they want to stay.
Alan Sword for Terrorblade. It's a massive pickup as well. Game is
Almost
slowing
a
down a
Scotty
lot.
here for Void.
Yeah. Guardian Void. It doesn't add more damage, but I guess they're just looking to prolong those team fights.
Dire's bottom tower
Which honestly
is
I don't know
under
who it
attack.
favors.
Boom, there
I think
it
we should
goes.
favor eHome quite a bit. You have those double splits, sure, but your TA doesn't necessarily want long fights. Chivas got done on the Razor. Big pickup for him. Going
He's
straight
going
to the
Refresher next.
yeah standard pickup. Axel going into the Greaves. Just give the team more armor.
Enchanted Quiver for Somnus.
Classic.
Now it's got the Psychic Headband. We'll see if anybody takes that. Right now, at least for Brewmaster, he's holding on to the Cloak of Flames. He's going for a refresher as well, as that Midas off cooldown. And we'll use it. So he's getting close. We're just trying to deal with these illusions. They've got the traps down. They have the smoke fade. Is he going to be confident enough to just go to that hook shot? He does not have that Ags just yet. He's still 400 gold away from having that overclocking.
Yeah. Are they looking for roast themselves, potentially? You gotta put down a sentry first.
Sneak in.
You got a trap, guys. Ooh. You need to know they have a trap.
And they're just going to look to get the sweep on a Sylar, but he'll step out of range. But you've got the Bushwhack, you have the Acorn shot. It's very hard to go into this Roach Pit and feel comfortable with the sweeps, with the control that potentially can come out from Elephant. But they're still going to commit to it with no sentry down from E-Home. So that means the trap is there. They've got the vision, and they're going to send another Spirit their way. So Sylar, pop that Manta. Eurus is standing his ground for the moment. It's kind of hard for Fade to find the proper alignment to get a hook shot out, as his team is stepping in front of him.
It's a very tense
See if
moment.
we can get the angle.
Fight makes or breaks the game for both teams.
Yang
Yeah,
is
it's
just
finished
sitting
butterfly
back. He's
almost.
got the Ags, and he wants to just use those
Dire's
primal
middle tower
splits.
is under attack.
3k health on the Roshan. It can die in an instant. Both teams, pretty much. They're both just staring each other down.
Cinder Brew hook shot. Backline team's looking for Yang, but now the corner that's going to land on two. They got the Meltstone that hits onto the Clockwork. The damage on the Chalice doesn't feel like enough, but they've got the Earth Splitter coming in. They've got the Code Break that's going to keep him on this Clockwork. Another check with the Bushwhack. Landing on both those heroes to get the kill on the Chalice as well as Fade. They'll buy back on this Clockwork. They've got the static link, and now they'll go with the Ultra Screws to get the kill on the Simons as well as Eurus. They'll take out the TA, and Eurus is in trouble. He doesn't have a Chrono to work with. Yang losing these pandas. Needs to be careful. Bushwhack doesn't come in. Ex-Nova getting one for the breach, surviving. Yang, he can't get the split up with the battery, so they get the split, but it's too late. He'll buy back on this Brew once again as he's got himself that second primal split. They don't want to allow them to get this Aegis inside the pit. The wall fills down. FY Acorn shot as well as the Bushwhack. They won't be able to get the landing there. But now Time again trying to get the Aegis. It's still on the deck. It's still on the deck. And it's snatched by Eurus. He finally picks it up. They've got the Clone Embrace that's going to come out of the exit. So he'll survive for a little bit longer with the static link down on Eurus. And now the plasma field. One more, two more right clicks. Not going to be enough to get the kill on the pieces. We're just yet, but they look over now. It's Super, who's within the cogs. They get the kill on Ex-Nova, and it is Yang doing so much with this fight. Moving forward is FY Acorn shot. Time dilation out of the exit. Going on the Chalice, trying to do what he can to save himself. It's Razor. Chalice, Surge, as well as the back. Does he have enough? It's not looking likely. There it is. There's the kill onto XM. Chalice, Sylar, Fade, all focusing their attention on the Yang. They're going to try and chase down this Brewmaster. Brewmaster, 38 seconds without the primal split. They land on the spot. Now they look over Chalice with Eurus. They roll with the right clicks. They'll get the kill in the darks here. TV, he's low. Bash out on a Fade. FY taking a lot of damage here, but now the Pucha comes out on this score that is Hoodwink. Hoodwink dead. Fade gets the kill, and Eurus will be able to walk away. He's held on to this Aegis throughout the entire fight, and somehow Elephant come out ahead.
That's massive. Like, I don't know how he got that Aegis, to be honest. He was fueled by the Razor, and nobody picked up the Aegis. I don't know how
to
that
the temple's
happened.
defense.
Like, they had like 3-4 seconds to pick it up, and somehow he don't get his hands on it. Like, this is absolutely massive. Like, they were supposed to be E-Homes. They were supposed to win that team fight. TA had no buyback, couldn't come back into the fight, but instead they lose a lot of heroes because Euros got his hands on that Aegis. And now things
On top of which,
bad for Elephant at all.
look at the pit. What's missing still?
What do you mean?
What's
shard
still
or
not
something,
in the pit? After all this, no, not the shard. It's not anything that was dropped by Hiroshi, but what is missing from the pit?
You mean the sentry?
Radiant have a sentry down. There's no sentry for the Dire. The trap stays there the entire time. They have the vision the entire time of that fight. How is
It's a big
E-Home
oversight for sure,
allowing that?
but they
how are
outplayed
they
them.
allowing that to happen?
I mean, they outplayed him anyways, though. Like, he jumped in with the Void, gets fueled on the Void by XM. It's just nobody
Radiant's
picks up the
bottom
Aegis.
tower is under
I
attack.
don't know how that happens. At this level of play. 3 seconds time.
That buyback was
just
crucial, and the Ags is crucial because he has that second primal split.
And it's DD now for Somnus. You don't have bottles anymore. But yeah, as I said many times, sentry wards against TA absolutely
Radiant's
crucial.
bottom
You
tower
need that.
is under attack.
I don't know if they ran out of
Radiant
sentries or what, but you
structures are
can't attempt
fortified.
Roshan if you don't have sentries. Or
Smoke
Jam.
comes out.
TB, close to butterfly now.
Dire's middle
Double
tower
damage
is
smoke
under
could
attack.
potentially cause a lot of damage. Fade.
Notice he has Chrono.
Radiant's bottom
Speed,
tower is
melt
under
strike,
attack.
and the
Radiant's
damage.
bottom tower is falling. Dire's middle tower is
And
under
it's building
attack.
damage also.
Dire's
They
middle
get into
tower
this net
has fallen.
worth where maybe they can fight on par with E-Home. Terrorblade is still very scary.
You look all sorts.
This
He almost got
managed to do it.
ignored. Throughout
Getting
the
ignored a
back
lot,
end of
yeah.
that fight, he got ignored.
Like, what do you want? We're just gonna kill the entire team. There's a lot of pressure coming in bottom.
Dire's
Somebody
top
needs to go
tower
here, I
is
think.
under attack.
Or the tower might take too
Radiant's
much damage.
bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Elephant say,
Dire's
we
top
don't care.
tower has fallen.
No, they do. Okay, that's a butterfly and Terrorblade. They have no good answer for that.
Got a butterfly in the TA. This,
Dire's top tower
Void.
is under attack.
what will he go for from this satanic pickup once he gets it?
The Void is getting very strong now too.
And that's why he's got the Ags, and the Hunter's Boomerang's massive too.
Radiant's middle tower is under
There's a lot
attack.
of really good items coming on. Look at Yang. Finish this refresher. There's 4 splits now.
I think he's gonna go Nullifier next.
Yeah, Nullifier. Potentially the Radiance.
Over. Have another. Yeah.
Just
No
the
TA is there.
relic.
Good.
Beat up for now.
The problem with Nullifier is you have to kind of get out of his split to do it.
So you think he's better off going for the Radiance if he's gonna pick up the relic?
I don't know if he's actually gonna go for the relic. Like, and this makes much more sense. Yep, yes, Aaron is queued up. They know the TA is here.
Somnus nearby, BKB, right clicks coming out. They've got the shard on Somnus, so he's able to get that silence out into Fade, but the Force Staff away. Now, do you think about going into the hook shot? Not with a lack of information behind this TA.
Age is gone. June. No.
5K lead right now for Elephant, certainly not
Radiant's top
out of the
tower
realm of
is under
possibility
attack.
that E-Home bring this one back.
Yeah. But even to be in this position is a super good effort by Elephant. Like with this draft, it's so tough.
The first one was
Waiting for
finished for the
refresh on
Razor
Razor.
too.
Where's the Trickster Cloak? Is it on Razor? It is on Razor.
There's one on
XM again,
yeah.
all by himself though. It's not the first time he's done this. Trickster Cloak.
Maybe my finger got twitched.
Oh, I don't think FY saw the Trickster Cloak. And even if he did, what can you do about it?
No Aegis, so potentially E-Home, the ones who will look for a fight once the refresher is done in 400 gold. Both teams getting a telescope.
So good for the Wyvern. The best items for her.
Conceal yourselves.
What is TP
BKB
going for
being
next?
built
Just
next for
a
the TA.
panic maybe?
He's got
Yeah, he's going
3,500
activate.
gold. Ooh, Spell Prism.
Radiant's
Well, it's
bottom
going to,
tower
though.
is under attack.
Probably Brewmaster.
Maybe Brewmaster. I wouldn't even mind it on the Hoodwink. His Bushwhacks have been pretty impressive and pretty important to these fights.
Yeah, potentially. And it's Chalice and Fate setting up by themselves. Like, the two of them can't really kill anymore at this point. They need a core to play with them. But XM's still waiting for his refresher. Also 4K gold on Terrorblade. It's a lot of money on the sidelines.
My bullet.
The trap missed again.
Wall down. Fade though. He's in a lot of trouble. The trap's there. And he'll hook shot, but Yang ready. Has the stun, has the cyclone, and he is still very much dead.
It's not just me, right? Like, Fate is looking really uncomfortable in this game.
I think so. I think there's also a lot of pressure for him to land the perfect hook shot.
There is.
Maybe he'll feel a little bit more willing to let it go with the overclocking.
I mean, I know there's a lot of pressure, but you gotta be confident in these kind of games.
Yeah.
Like that's how you get to TIs, right? By being confident in your own plays and your abilities. Rosha may respawn in 10, so clock is gonna be up for that, unless it's an instant spawn. Yeah, Fate needs to show a little bit more of the oomph that he always has. Like his game 1 Rubik. Like that.
Right.
Roche, 2 minutes 40 is a very long one.
Which is good for Ethan, I'd say.
Yeah, gives the terrible
I think the timing is fine for both teams.
Blade finishes item, the MKB. If Somnus is ever caught in a brawl with this Terrorblade, he is going to get shredded to the next life. Shadow Realm, as you like to call it. Almost Hex on Darkseer. The game slowed down so much ever since that last fight, which honestly,
Nobody wants to make the move.
They grew the lead to 9k from 5.
Just by farming, yeah. He also did get that kill on the fade.
Ooh, X-Nova, man. He's gonna be the guy to look out for.
He needs his Blink Dagger. It feels like he's just not getting much farm.
Yeah, at all. He might end this game without Blink Dagger.
Seems really quiet. E-Blade being built for the Elder Titan. He's gotten himself that Solar Crest 4 staff. He's holding onto the Minotaur Horn, which was passed off by the Void for the Flicker.
TB's still holding onto the Paladin, so is there nothing better for him? Penta Edge might be better.
Hex.
Always,
for Darkseer and Disc now for the Brew, so even if he does get hit with that hookshot control, he does have a chance to alleviate some of the pressure on him to get that primal split off.
Yeah, they have no answer to Aeon Disc on either team.
Dice are scanning.
Shotgun down on the Yang, and now he's going to move in with Chalice. They've got the wall down, but there's the time walk looking for the chrono. He pumps Faking for a second. The contact should push him over to the side. Here's taking a lot of damage. The time walk forward, he gets the chrono out on his Darkseer, and that's it. They get the kill on the fade. They'll use the primal split. They've got X-Nova Dimples. More dead on the side of E-Home, and the low buyback immediately. With Eurus trying to output the damage on the side with BKB, he's getting bashed up, and he's in a little bit of trouble. They've got themselves Yang moving forward onto the Darkseer. Chalice, hit with the push strike. They'll get the kill. Onto a third. He doesn't have buyback. Now, Cyclone up into the air. XM in trouble. Now the silence out on the 2 from the trap that came out from the TA. Yang into the promise split once again. No, they've got themselves a Winter's Curse. So that'll be some control. They'll catch Eurus for a second. He'll flicker away, time walk, get some of his health back, but it's not going to be a lot to work with. They're still looking at this TV who's going up into the air. Right clicks coming through on a fade, time walk. That'll get with the Veiled Strike. They've got the kill on a fade once again. He's there for 90 seconds without buyback. And now you're looking over at the rest. You've got the sharpshooter FY Snipe Sylar. Oh boy, 95 seconds, no buyback.
The Roche is up in 5 seconds. If they even want to go for that, eyes on a big prize. Could potentially, they can't get Megas, but they can get 2 sides. And once again, Terrorblade just spent the entire fight pretty much in the air. All these brew splits, making it so hard for Silent to do anything.
Structures are fortified.
It might have reached a critical mass where maybe E-Home has nothing left in the tank.
Potentially. TB dead for 60 seconds.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Going
now
for
they're
the
going to
finish.
go for 4. The tier 4 is 50 seconds without TB.
No glyph.
They'll get themselves 1. They're going to get themselves a second. There's no glyph to work with. E-Home have to make a move, but they don't have to make the primal. They're going to get the vacuum wall. They'll come with the fears, and now they'll come with XM.
Is under
Silent, BKB, static link on Insomnus, but isn't even going to matter. They got themselves both tier 4s. They'll focus their attention onto the throne. Eurus waiting for XM to get the deck. They've got the Silence front. The trap from Somnus, and another strike from FY Sharpshooter. And they'll get the kill next. And they'll buy back the race. And they'll buy back the race. Radiant and Elfin will take a 2-1 lead in this grand final. 1 game away now from booking their ticket to TI.
You can't even call it an upset, honestly. I thought the draft was pretty one-sided. But E-Home again, they were too scared to make the moves when they could. They had so many good power spikes, especially with the Darkseer Clockwork combination. It just never